Hey everybody, Jacob Saenz, Coldwell Banker Tech, out here in Mandeville, Louisiana, and just wanted to do a quick video on my way out this morning, and wanted to talk to you about new construction. That's something that I specialize in doing new construction with some of the builders out here on the North Shore. And I wanted to talk about the changes. I mean, obviously this year's been crazy for new construction. Any of my clients know that's been something that's gotten harder and harder to get into. But I will say that we've reached the peak where if you're looking at new construction, the question really is it really viable to be looking for new construction right now? Is that a smart move? And I would give you a strong no. It is not a smart move at this time to be looking at new construction. New construction, usually in a normal world, will take you months, anywhere from 6 to 9 months out to get your home built. And that would be kind of like in a normal world, depending on the builder that you're using. That would be in a normal world. That world is long gone. That started changing last year. They started changing things in terms of, how soon they would let you write contracts. Some builders that in the past would let you write contracts right away, like choose a lot and things like that. They had grown leery with writing contracts too early. So they kept pushing people out later and later. They would write up less and less contracts per month. I think at one point, one builder that typically would just have, pretty much unlimited write-ups, throughout the month. One builder went from, unlimited write-ups to about 2 or 3 a month for purchase agreements. So that created a backup, and the problem was that they were afraid to quote a price and then have the home built 9 months later and find out that they, with the market rising as fast as it was, find out that they had underpriced the home at that point because the cost of building kept increasing more and more every day. So there was a reason that they had done that, which was fine, but it created a big backup. But now that we're at the point at which we're at now, where the interest rates are rising, so every week, we're holding our breath, hoping that the rates will settle down for a little bit. And they've only been going up and up, and we believe we're going to continue to see those rates increase. I mean, it's kind of common sense that it will increase because we were told that they should increase 4 times this year. Government already has plans to do that. So we already know that the interest rates will be on the rise. So you've got to think that if you're going to buy a new construction home and you can only lock your rate 45 to 60 days out. So you've got to kind of guesstimate where you think that rate's going to be, come 5 months out, 4 or 5 months out, possibly 6 months out. How high is that rate going to be? And most likely it's going to be pretty high. And that is going to increase your costs quite a bit for a mortgage. So I think a lot of people will find out they're going to pay a lot more on a mortgage than they expect if they go through with it. But the worst case is that if the market starts to come back and pull back because interest rates are going up higher, prices are going to fluctuate. They're going to start coming down. And I just kind of see a big mess happening with new construction. But most importantly, being that the affordability of new construction. I think a lot of people are going to go in believing they're going to be able to afford the home, and 6 to 7 or 9 months later, if they're lucky to build it that fast, to be honest with you, are not going to be in a position that they can afford the home any longer. And I would say that you better utilize that time that 6 to 9 month period, rather than waiting on a hope and a dream that the new construction home pans out. Do your best to get a resale. That's kind of where we are with the new construction. I know there was a new subdivision that opened up in Mandeville, a builder we've been waiting for a long time. I had clients waiting on that for over a year, and it just took so long to get the subdivision started, and they have opened it, but they are not writing contracts on it, and they actually are, for the first time, this particular builder, which usually writes up right away, they let you choose your lot, things like that. They're not a spec builder, but they are changing their game plan to deal with the market. So that Mandeville subdivision is actually going to not allow anybody to do any write-ups. So the builder's not going to allow any purchase agreements written up on it until the framing stage. Well, framing could be 4 or 5 months out. So they're giving us prices on these homes, but they're just a guesstimate, because we don't know what those prices are really going to be come 5 months from now, when you can write up a purchase agreement. So it is a complete cluster, right now when it comes to new construction. I hate to admit it, but I think I've kind of run into a lot of negative, regardless of the builder. I should say it tends to be the bigger builders. And it's just been a complete nightmare dealing with new construction. Now, it's not saying that it's impossible to get a new construction home. You definitely, it's still possible, but there are a lot of negative factors fighting you against that move. So if you guys want to talk more about that, I just want to give you that little bit of info. But if you are looking for a new construction home, you want to learn more about that, you really want to know what your options are right now at this time. There is a limited inventory. It's very hard to get into, but like I said, it's not impossible. And I would tell you, it's actually going to be a little bit easier to get into, because it's such a risky move at this point. There's actually going to be less people interested in making that move towards new construction now. So hope everybody's doing good. That's my tidbit for today, and talk to you soon. Bye.